At more than 120 years old, AYAM brand is one of the oldest consumer brands in Asia. Best known for its sardines, the brand also produces about 100 other products including canned mackerel, tuna, vegetables, and cooking ingredients like coconut products, Asian sauces and pastes. Every year, over 60 million cans of food are produced and marketed to more than 30 countries across 4 continents. AYAM brand was started by Frenchman Alfred Clouet in 1892 in colonial Singapore. The company began by supplying food and building materials to Europeans in the country. But Clouet soon progressed to specializing in canned sardines. The decision proved to be an astute one because the product quickly became very popular.
Canned sardines was an exciting product at that time. It was a new technology to preserve food. Not many people had access to refrigeration at the time. It had been invented maybe 50 years ago only. And it was maybe like the iPhone of the time, as a new way to preserve and to keep food at home.
For the company's logo, Clouet picked the rooster because in France it symbolized excellence. The icon soon became so recognized, locals started identifying the brand by the rooster rather than by its original name.
The name came from the market and the consumers themselves. At that time in Singapore and Malaysia, people used to speak Bahasa, of course. Bahasa was the language, common language everywhere. So people took to name the product by the image of the rooster, by AYAM. And Mr. Clouet had the intelligence and the foresight to accept it and to integrate it as the name of the brand itself, so that it was not a colonial brand anymore. It became a people's brand. It became part of the life of people in Malaysia and Singapore.
Indeed, branding is one of the Centennials' strong suits. For more than 100 years, AYAM brand has stuck to its iconic red and yellow design, cultivating a strong brand loyalty with generation after generation of consumers.
Every can is gone through all the proper quality control process. It's not only quality in the taste, quality in the healthy way, quality in the convenient way. And I think with all these elements, that it make the AYAM brand unique selling points even stronger.
In total, AYAM brand has 5 factories throughout Malaysia that take care of every aspect of its production. Just to manage the raw fish alone, there are 600 workers who clean, prepare and weigh the fish for canning daily. This manpower is coupled with state-of-the-art technology to guarantee freshness.
The fish is actually coming from the cold room, where the cold room has been stored at minus 20, 25, and then we actually use the machine to actually increase the temperature of the fish, because normal towing outside is thawed, inside is still frozen, but this is 100%, every point is minus 5, and that's why the quality is maintained.
When the fish is ready for canning, more technology comes into play, so the food doesn't rely on preservatives to remain fresh. What is added are elements that enhance their nutritional value. AYAM brand food have no preservatives, no trans fats, no added MSG, and have reduced sodium and sugar content. To stay ahead of the curve, AYAM brand's strategy is to focus on research and development.
We actually do it in quite a scientific way. We call it QDA, or Quantitative Descriptive Analysis, where we actually evaluate the sensory profile of this product. And the product actually goes through this a few times, and through it, we actually refine the recipe until we think that it is really acceptable to the consumer.
To grow the business even more, AYAM brand has been looking further afield. 50 years ago, it moved out of its home territory into the region. Now, it wants to conquer the world. Its brand positioning beyond Southeast Asia is to champion the region's cuisine. The company now markets local ingredients to Australia, New Zealand, France, the United Kingdom, the USA and Canada.
One of the new category we want to develop in is in fact paste sauces. So we want to make available satay sauce, curry paste, satay paste, sambal olek, all kinds of ingredients for Westerners or Chinese or Japanese who are able to discover and make by themselves Malaysian and Singapore food in fact.
Ayam Brand's century-old vision of providing quality food has even extended to its corporate social responsibility activities. Since 2008, the company has been contributing canned goods to residents of charitable organizations throughout East and West Malaysia for 2 months every year. 203 charities have since benefited from this. The brand that started with sardines has its eye firmly on the future. It intends to tap on the many other fishes in the sea, creating different flavors to court new markets and excite old customers.
I think in food business it's really fundamental to seek for quality all the time. To do that you need to know your products in great details. You need to know everything about your product. So that is part of the investment and the commitment to really know your products in depth and to control them, to master them. As long as we can do that, then of course the value of being a good ambassador for Malaysian, Singapore, I would say even Asian cuisine has a lot to carry over many, many years.